Now these two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics of tribalism but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
But I have to be the one now coming here to try to defend the club and please ask for help, because it's an absolute disgrace that this goal is allowed. It's an absolute disgrace.
Well, some decisions can make some managers go awry. Well, with that, we'll welcome you to kick off Sports Show this morning. Check the time right now. It is 9:01. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal's manager, speaking there, most especially the goal scored by Newcastle United to end Arsenal's unbeaten run in the Premier League. Well, one game is going down tonight in England, and that is Tottenham taking on Chelsea. Ange Postecoglou versus Mauricio Pochettino. Well, we'll look at all the results of games, most especially looking at the first half of the show. We'll look at tennis, talk Formula One, we'll talk NBA, and we'll look at the NPFL. Look at happenings going down in the Italian Serie A. Two games are going down in the NPFL today, one in the Spanish La Liga. Remember, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Solutions 939 FM. Post your comments, your reactions this morning. Good morning, Ibadan. Okay, so we'll look at results of games decided in the wee hours of today, where Golden State Warriors lost 104 to 115 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dallas Mavericks defeated Charlotte Hornets 124 to 118 points, as the Portland Trail Blazers lost 100 to 112 points against Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, so tomorrow morning around 1 a.m. we've got a lot of games going down, where Golden State Warriors again will be in action against Detroit Pistons, and the Indiana Pacers will be up against San Antonio Spurs, while Orlando Magic will be up against Dallas Mavericks, and Philadelphia 76ers battling Washington Wizards. All these four games will be going down 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. 30 minutes after, we have Brooklyn Nets against Milwaukee Bucks, LA Lakers battling Miami Heat, and New York Knicks battling LA Clippers. Now, talking about LA Clippers, man, James Harden said he will make his LA Clippers debut tomorrow at Madison Square Garden against the New York Knicks. And Harden spoke to reporters before going through a practice on Sunday in New York, and the point guard said it's good to go, bearing anything unforeseen happening. The Clippers have been off since losing to the Los Angeles Lakers in overtime on Wednesday night. Now, looking at other games at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, it will be Chicago Bulls against Utah Jazz. Houston Rockets taking on Sacramento Kings, as Boston Celtics will be up against Minnesota Timberwolves. Oklahoma City Thunders will battle Atlanta Hawks, and the last game of tomorrow morning will see Denver Nuggets tackle New Orleans Pelicans 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, away from the games, the New Orleans Pelicans have announced that guard CJ McCollum has a small pneumothorax in his right lung after an imaging was performed Sunday morning. According to the Mayo Clinic, a pneumothorax occurs when air leaks into the space between the lungs and chest wall. This air pushes on the outside of your lung and makes it collapse. A pneumothorax can be a complete lung collapse or a collapse of only a portion of the lung. So we wish New Orleans Pelicans guard CJ McCollum quick recovery. Let's talk about Novak Djokovic here. It was Novak Djokovic claiming the Paris Masters, beating Grigor Dimitrov 6-4, 6-3, and well, you will head to the ATP Finals brimming with confidence. Well, the top-ranked Serb will take on his rivals at the year-end event starting next weekend on an 18-match winning streak, fresh from a 40th Masters 1000 tournament win. Well, remember Djokovic, who has not lost a match since his defeat to Alcaraz in the Wimbledon final in July. I mean, yesterday won a record-extending 7th title at the Paris Masters. And, well, it was an easy win for him. Congratulations to Novak Djokovic. However, let's look at the doubles. It was Santiago Gonzalez and Edward Roger Vaseline beating Matthew M. Dean and Rohan Bopana 6-2, 5-7, 10-7 in the doubles. Well, we've got games already decided today at the Marseille Open in Metz, ATP 250. Pere Hugues Zubat, Gregorio Barrere moving to the next round. And, well, looking at, there's a lot of qualification games also going down. The Sofia Open, well, the WTA Finals. Corey Goff, Jessica Pegula lost the doubles to Vera Zvonareva and Laura Segmund in the doubles. Well, we've got playoffs of the WTA Finals also going down. Some already decided. Okay, let's also quickly dash to the other side. This morning, looking at games going down today at the Marseille Open in Metz with the qualification done yesterday. Marco Giron will take on Lorenzo Sonego, 2 o'clock today. Zakavin Hemeri will be up against Constant Lesning by 3 o'clock. 3:30 will be seen Dominic Thiem taking on Matteo Martinel. Okay, for the Sofia Open, a lot of doubles, going down. Well, Igor Swiatek defeated Arina Sabalenka this morning, 6-3, 6-2. We've got a Calgary, Canada ATP Challenger also going down by 10:30 tonight. We have the Knoxville, USA ATP Challenger, Helsinki in Finland as well. And we wish all the guys all the best. Let's talk Formula One before moving to the other side, where Max Verstappen defeated Lando Norris for second day running with a dominant victory at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix as Fernando Alonso snatched the podium from Sergio Perez on the last lap of the race. The Dutchman's 17th win of the 2023 season was also his 52nd in Formula One, which moves him ahead of Alain Prost to go fourth at the all-time Grand Prix winners list. Only Sebastian Vettel has won 53, Michael Schumacher 91, and Lewis Hamilton, who has taken 103 wins, have more. Shout out to Arani Yaya Deboja, Yusuf Shegun Afolabi, Adeja Adeshokwe. Thank you. Guys, we move straight to the other side where we talk football this morning. Look at some goals decided, and we as well go straight to Europe, most especially that controversial win of Newcastle United against Arsenal. Good morning.
Pulled back. There's a shooting chance and it's a goal. Nottingham Forest have opened their account. It's Anya. He's laid back to him. And he's done well to get the power on it with keeping the ball down. And Steve Cooper's side have the lead inside 5 minutes. A pile driver from Ola Anya. Takes it wide to Toffolo. Turns it back. And a shot comes in from distance. Needed a save from Martin. He's parried away. Oh, it's it gone in. Nottingham Forest certainly think it has. And it has. It's Mangala with an early goal in the second half to make it 2-0 to the home side. And despite the best efforts of Martinez, Nottingham Forest have drawn first blood in the second half and lead by 2-0.
Yeah, I think all three of those things. I think it was probably more of a
Nine 10 is the time. Solutions 939 FM is the station. Kick-Off Sport shows the show, and is the first half of AM Updates. My name is Oladako Kunubi, in case you're just tuning in. Now, let's look at games going down here in Nigeria. Talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League. Bayelsa United will host Lobby Stars 4 o'clock today, same as Sporting Lagos, bouncing in Lagos against Kano Pillars. Well, following the games are played over the weekend, remember Shooting Stars no longer news recorded a huge 4-1 win over Niger Tornadoes. And look at the teams that scored over the weekend. Shooting Stars happens to be the only team that scored the highest goals over the weekend, scoring 4, but considered 1. But for Doma United was the only team that went on the road that picked 3 points. Look at this. All teams that sat back at home picked 1 or 3 points. Abia Warriors picked 3 points against Katsina United. Bendel Insurance picked their 3 points against Remo Stade. Enugu Rangers the same, picking their 3 points. Enyimba shooting, but not good one for Gombe United, losing against Doma United. However, let's look at how the table stands right now after the match day 7. Enugu Rangers is atop, tied with Shooting Stars, 13 points edge, but based on goal difference, Enugu Rangers has got 5 points, 5 goals, I beg your pardon, as Shooting Stars has got plus 2 goals. Well, Remo Stars dropped to the 3rd spot. Remember, they've got a game in hand. Abia Warriors is 4th, and team placed 5th is Lobby Stars with 11 points from 6 matches. They've also got a game in hand. Okay, now moving away and let us talk more football stories. Well, remember you got that sound from the game where Lions scored for Nottingham Forest as they won 2-0 against Aston Villa. Now, he also emerged as the MVP of that game. Well, we've got a lot of Nigerian players who did well outside the shots of the country over the weekend, getting goals and helping their teams. Although Taiwa Winnie came into that game, but remember, he needs to be fit enough to go to get back to scoring form. All right, now let's look at more updates coming from the English Premier League this morning.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Okay, check it out right now. Following the 1-0 defeat and end of the unbeaten run in the English Premier League, well, it maybe also shows back-to-back defeats for Arsenal. Remember the loss against West Ham. When I also saw that fixture over the weekend, I told Favor that Arsenal was going to lose that game, but not in that fashion. But hey, here is Mikel Arteta speaking after that game, talking about his experience in England, spending 20 years, but disappointed with what happened to his team. Anyhow, also responded.
You have to talk about the result because you have to talk about how the hell this goal stand up, and it's incredible. I feel embarrassed, but I have to be the one now coming here to try to defend the club and please ask for help, because it's an absolute disgrace that this goal is allowed. It's an absolute disgrace.
Why?
Because it's not a goal. For many reasons, it's not a goal. For more than one reason, at least, it's not a goal. And it's too much at stake here. We put so much effort. It's so difficult to compete at this level. And it's an absolute disgrace. Again, I feel embarrassed. I've been more than 20 years in this country, and this is nowhere near the level to describe this as the best league in the world. I am sorry.
playing devil's advocate, there were 3 checks and the information back from.
Mikel Arteta speaking there. Now for Eddie Howe, who's the manager of Newcastle United, he was also able to benefit from that, victory, giving his team 3 points. But he said he never saw that.
Yeah, I think all 3 of those things. I think it was probably more of a midfield battle than we expected it to be. There was a lot of, I think Arsenal respected us. There was a lot of direct play from them, and the midfield battle became a key area. I thought we were really competitive. I think we needed to be. Thankfully, we kept 11 men on the pitch. There was more bookings than I think they needed to be in the game. Both teams threatened at times.
Okay, let's go on a break, and when we come back, we talk more. Remember, tonight is going to be Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur. It is the Kiko Sports Show. Do not go anywhere.
Your comfort is important. If you're looking for quality, classy, comfortable, and imported furniture, Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise is a place for you. At Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, we've got a wide range of top-notch imported furniture for you at affordable prices. Name it: sofas, royal marble dining set, executive furnitures of all kinds, banquet furniture, bed and dressing mirror, kitchen cabinet, and lots more. Our intention is to make you feel comfortable always by providing quality furniture, whether at home, office, hotel, lounge and bar, and so on. Hurry now. Contact us today at Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, shop number AA 80-20, Railway Shopping Complex, Aleshiloye Market, and shop 8A-11, Railway Shopping Line, by Alalubosa Junction, Iyaganku Railway Crossing, Ibadan. Call 0802-303-0550 or 0706-225-2649. Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, home of quality furniture made for you.
My name na Taiwo Kuka.
My name na Kehinde Kuka.
We be twins.
So we small. Mama and papa then they joke say now only one pikin then they expect. But not 2 of us them get.
Actually, na me then they expect to. Na she then get as a wolf.
I beg you.
Na me be the golden child.
Anyway, our life be like this Momo 100% recharge bonus. Where we say you go get double of any amount where you recharge.
Go recharge your MTN line now for Momo app or dial *671# now.
Make Momo summer you better bonus.
Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy. Momo better pass cash.
You go like see Solutions 93.9 FM for the Christmas for here or for your area? Abi you go like join the end of the year party where this station they do? Make you cool your mind. Just they watch and listen to this channel.
Are you a dedicated farmer involved in cultivation or livestock farming? Then we've got exciting news for you. Introducing Farm Link Up, your gateway to start selling your farm products faster and say goodbyes to spoiled farm produce. Farm Link Up is the largest online market platform for farmers in Africa and globally. Not only that, it connects buyers to fresh farm products at very affordable prices, and farmers can now sell their products faster. If you are a farmer that has in stock of essential equipment, crops, fertilizers, pesticides, and livestock, Farm Link Up is your one-stop solution. Simply register at farmlinkup.com and start to post your product on the platform for free on farmlinkup.com, as buyers are already waiting for you. For more inquiries, simply call 0901 234 5555 or visit farmlinkup.com directly to unlock the boundless opportunities in the world of agriculture. Farmlinkup.com, connecting farmers to the consumers and the world at large.
When great minds meet, great ideas inspire and transform a great nation. Wherever you are, National Advertising Conference is calling.
So, join us. Let's share perspectives on how brand narratives are developing talents, inspiring alternatives, and supporting a more creative economy. Theme: Marketing Communication as an enabler of national transformation.
Yes, Abuja will be on standstill from December 6th to 8th, 2023. Venue: International Conference Center, Abuja. Time: 9 a.m. each day.
Register at at www.nationaladvertisingconference.com.
National Advertising Conference 2023. Let's engage marketing communications for national transformation.
Turn up, let's turn the nation around.
Would you like to see Solutions 93.9 FM Santa Claus? Be a part of the end of the year party. Watch this space. Stay glued.
You explain, Taya. Feel the pressure now when you come to my face.
Francesca. It goes down with my disconnect.
Better rest. You don't try, you don't do. Better rest.
But baby, I don't know that number.
Chee! Hey!
Oh yeah, now say it with your favorite lyrics on Spotify.
All right, check us out right now, 9:21. A few minutes as we wrap up, ahead of the wrap-up of the show, and we'll move to the other side. But hey, the game going down tonight is just like having your ex come back. Well, for Ange Postecoglou, it's come out to say that his Tottenham team will go all the way, face Chelsea, and think of other games later.
Yeah, it's just part of the challenge. And again, you know, you can sort of list those games and you know, you can sort of think about them collectively, or you can just concentrate on, you know, the biggest challenge for us, which is Chelsea on Monday night. So all those kind of things take care of themselves if you deal with the kind of, like I said, the day-to-day process. And really important for us, you know, I've emphasised to the players, we just stay in the present. You know, it's for us, what's worked really well so far is that the players come in every day working hard, wanting to improve, and tackled every game.
Okay, so if it is about improvements, looking at the players who have been ruled out of this game for Tottenham Hotspur, we've got Ivan Perisic, Sexton Young, Solomon, Whiteman for Chelsea. They'll be missing the services of Chalobah, Chukwuemeka, Fofana, Lavia, Nkunku, and also questionable for the games tonight. In Chelsea squad, we've got Bettinelli, Broha, Modric, and questionable for Tottenham is Davies and Udogie. Now, let's also let you know that games also going down tonight in Italy. We have Frosinone against Empoli, and it also looks like one other game also going down is Torino Sassuolo. But remember, extra time, 6:30 this evening. I should be I'll be able to give you updates about Frosinone Empoli's game because it's going to be live, and I'll surely be serving you that in the space of 30 minutes. Now, in the Spanish La Liga, Getafe will be in action against Cadiz tonight. That is the Monday night clash. But remember, something also happened in Spain over the weekend. Will Celta Vigo captain Iago Aspas threw the pitch side VAR monitor to the ground after the on-field referee had used it to overturn a late penalty decision that had been awarded to Celta's, in Celta's favor during a 1-0 draw with Sevilla in La Liga on Saturday. Not really a good one coming from organizers of league. They have to look at what VAR, the mistakes, being made by referees. Yes, referees are human, but what they told us was that the VAR will reduce the mistakes of referees. But what we saw over the weekend, more still needed to be done. Okay, now let's talk a bit of, yes, congratulations, Harry Kane, bagging goals, getting a hat-trick in the German Bundesliga. All right, now let's also look at what we are seeing here from the back pages, where Tottenham have joined Liverpool in the race to sign out of favour Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips in January. And we're getting update that Real Madrid will not make any signings in the January transfer window as they keep a space in the squad for the planned signing of Kylian Mbappe next summer. I felt Carlo Ancelotti said he never and he will not sign Kylian Mbappe, or he doesn't have interest in signing Kylian Mbappe. But it is what it is. When you're good, you're good. And when the team is interested, hey, say no more. Well, this is where we drop the anchor, and we'll move to the other side of the show this morning, where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Comrade Ayode Jajishoko joins us on the other side for analysis. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. Do not go anywhere.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Would you like to see Solutions 93.9 FM Santa Claus? Be a part of the end of the year party? Watch this space, stay glued.
Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism, but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You are offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi. My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
Okay, it's 9:28 on Solutions 93.9 FM. It's a beautiful Monday morning, the 6th day in the month of November 2023. My name is Adedamola Lafenwa, and it's my pleasure to welcome you on to the other side of AM Update this morning, where we get to talk about some issues coming up in some of today's national dailies. Good morning, young striker.
Yeah, good morning, Laffy. And what a bad weekend for Arsenal. Yes, I know you felt bad as well, but it is what it is.
Not just bad, feel cheated as well. Too.
Cheated. Sometimes, you know, some wrong decisions, you know, pay some teams. The reason, I was expecting you to be Ash on Kes this morning.
No, we were actually, interestingly, we were together watching the match and that on Saturday. Yes, we were together here that Saturday night. So he kept on saying, Laffy, might be no. Laffy, might be no. Like he also knew that.
He knew there was a mistake,
there was
right?
a mistake. There was an error somewhere. But it's a game of football, so we just move.
Okay, so I mean, politics is just like football as well. If you're a politician, and you must also know how to set up your team. That is also part of the things, and there's also always a goal ahead, what you want to achieve. If you're going for 8 years, if you're going for more than 8 years at the National Assembly, if you're president or governor, you can't spend more than 8 years. However, there's a lot of decisions that will be made in the Kogi, Imo, Bayelsa elections. What the security agencies are saying now, I mean, talking about the IGP, who has come out to say that there should be more provision of armored tanks, a lot of ammunition ahead of the elections. Now, 220 police patrol vehicles deployed in Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa. What we are seeing here, it shows that Federal government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is more serious for the off-season election in this state. Well, remember, we're also discussing about the security state and how much INEC has also gotten ahead of this polls. Okay. So I've got with me the Punch and the Nation newspapers this morning.
I've got the Vanguard and the Nigerian Tribune newspapers with me this morning. And without wasting much of our time, let's kick off with the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And you started on that preparation for the off-cycle elections. Okay, let me take it from there. The biggest story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning, it says, Kogi Imo Bayelsa elections, IGP orders redeployment of Imo CP. And the only rider under that caption says, begins distribution of new vehicles, security personnel. That story is found on page 22 of the Nigerian Tribune. Sanwo-Olu commissions Red Line Oyingbo overpass, page 2. I have this one saying FD reopens Ibadan Airport, page 3. NAF airstrikes 8 terrorist hideouts in northwest, page 26. And another one says CBN remains focused on price stability, Cardoso. And the right under that says why Naira regained strength at Forex market, APCON. Let me take some stories on the cap headlines on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. We have this one saying Augusto and Co. assigns A rating to Odua Investment Company with stable outlook, page 6. Forex, Dangote repatriates $687.9 million from Pan-African operations. FG to raise VAT revenue from 35 trillion naira in 2023 to 45 trillion naira by 2026. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Nigerian Tribune this Monday morning. Okay,
remember you can watch us live via Facebook or YouTube channel this morning. Solutions 939 FM. Check the time right now. It is 9:32. Remember, you can be part of the program this morning, sending your comments, your reaction, most especially for those of us who are buying gas at the highest price right now. Because, I mean, most times I don't like, when I switch on my burner, I allow it go down well. But after cooking, I feel like, okay, I need to see the level at which
one of the
the
statements
gas
you don't want to listen to as a man, as a family man, is gas to tone. And interestingly, this statement comes when, you're on that side.
That side, I get you, right?
That side,
yeah.
when you're like,
when your account balance is
choked. You get it.
Allow my account balance breathe. Okay, so looking at the headlines here from the Punch newspaper. Cooking gas scarcity hits Lagos, Katsina, others. That is coming from the Punch newspaper. And when I read that story, well, it is not only this state. We have that in Oyo State as well. Well, if it is about scarcity, that means that there will, maybe very soon there will be excess increase. So most of these dealers can sell at different prices, like what is happening to petrol. Now, this headline says, Niger, Benue, Kano marketers hike fuel, blames transport costs. How is that our problem? You know how much you load. You know how many kilometers you want to, you are passing through. So why are you blaming transport costs? I also hope that Kyari and others can come out to address us.
No, I think the transport cost they're talking about.
Of
it's part of their cost of what you call cost of production. Because
has it increased?
No,
because what we are saying here,
they're saying cost of transport. Maybe the cost of conveying
down to filling stations.
All
from the depot.
All we had of okay, let's assume you are a farmer. You're bringing your goods from the farm, and you have to pay more. Definitely, you're going to add to the price.
So that means
that is it.
Nigerians should expect to pay more.
We're already paying more.
Okay, so we should pay.
So we should just expect to pay more to keep
more
paying
extra. Collecting pension unlawful. Falano tells Akpabio others. Now, moving away from the banner headline this morning, we've got riders below the banner headline. IG to complete deployment Friday to redeploy Imo CP before polls. Egbetokun bars VIP escorts. Others personnel to curb vote buying violence. Let us also hope that these are not just statements on pages of the paper. Commanders, others killed as military bombards terrorists. Details of 70 recovered corpses with police. Abia. Lautech students sue Makinde for relocating agric faculty. Israel gives condition for ceasefire. Deaths hit 11,000. These are the headlines you can find from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Okay, moving to the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and the first one I would like to take sounds somehow. Why Nigerians should kiss free, fair, and credible elections goodbye. Wodo, page 14. You want to know why? Get a copy of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. 5 days to Bayelsa Imo Kogi governorship polls. Fear of violence, apathy looms. Page 11. Tinubu leaves Abuja for Saudi summit this week. Page 9. TAM, that is TAM, NNPCL bound by completion date. FG. Moving away from that to the biggest story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, we have this one saying CBN Governor Cardoso vows to fight inflation. And there are two riders under that. We have this one saying to focus on core mandate of price stability. And the second one says inflation has had massive impact on the lives of Nigerians. Sanusi. Away from that, alleged buyers, IGP to redeploy IMO-CP, page 5. You know, that's an aftermath of the brouhaha between the labor, organized labor, and the police in Imo State.
The president of the
NLC.
NLC.
There's alleged buyers in that, so that's why the IGP is taking this action, redeploying. Okay. Now, Forex Dangote repatriates $687.977 million from Pan-African operations. And still talking about Forex here. Forex gains, banks' profits balloon by 156% to 2.3 trillion naira. Abuja hotels tighten security amid U.S. embassy alert. Page 10. Serap sues Tinubu over failure to probe missing $1.5 billion, 200 billion naira oil revenues. These and many more will be found on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
Okay, concerning the state of the nation, and to the Nation newspaper this morning, NLC, Imo government clash over attack on Ajiro's village. Naira firm up will continue, Abcon predicts. Dangote repatriated $687 million from African operations. The yellow and red headline from the Nation newspaper this morning. Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi 2023. 3 riders said that. Yakubu challenges INEC staff members on integrity. Diri draws huge Yenagoa crowd in final campaign rally. Ajiro is partisan, says Loretta Onoche. Look at this headline. Bank's asset base rose to 125 trillion naira in third quarter. And a banner headline this morning. Why Central Bank must bring down inflation by Sanusi. 2 riders to that headline. Give agric priority. Cardoso, we are changing Apex Bank's policy direction. Okay. And, well, let's see this one here. 19 years after, final severance benefits for airways workers. All right, these are the headlines this morning. And check the time right now. It is 9:40 from your Remedy Radio dial Solutions 939 FM in the city of Ibadan. Well, for those of you, and a lot of people are really concerned, most especially with that headline coming from the Nation, from Punch newspaper this morning about cooking gas scarcity hitting Lagos Katsina. Well, for me, I feel that there's no scarcity in Ibadan. Yes. Yet. But how much are you getting cooking gas per kg? And for the fuel, marketers planning to hike fuel, how much are you buying fuel? We are currently experiencing queues at filling stations. Ayode Jadishokwe is with us this morning as we go straight to the burning issues. Good morning, comrade. Thank you for joining us.
From the brother. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday. Yes, for some of us who decided to drop our suit at home and just try to knot the tie. I mean,
I saw you online when you were doing the sports report. I said, "What a Monday!"
Yeah, what a Monday. I mean, it was a crazy weekend, from one event to the other. But I mean, we thank God it's Monday. But let's look at some of these headlines before we jump into politics this morning. If you look at the CAP headline, I mean, look at the discussion of myself and Damola Fewa about the first CAP headline: Niger, Benue, Kano marketers hike fuel, blame transport costs. And if you look at this is November. I mean, it has now become traditional when it gets to the end of the month or few weeks to Christmas. We start seeing different stories concerning hiking fuel pump price. I mean, are we going to be paying more extra? I mean, we've been paying more, and we're going to be paying more extra with what we are seeing here.
Well, I think our reality is that we are not paying as it were today the actual price for PMS. You know that, I know that subsidy is back in a sneaky manner. Subsidy is back because the government cannot afford for the price of PMS to go to 1,000 naira. Thankfully, that of diesel, AGO was liberalized many years ago under Obasanjo. So that is, they say it is not essential, but PMS is essential. As we speak, the landing cost of PMS is around 1,000 naira. So, and incidentally, I think I said it last week, 3 companies were given license to import PMS. The only one that tried it ended up in debt because at the time they brought the product in, of course, the exchange rates have escalated, and the downstream and midstream regulatory agency did not allow them to sell at that price. So what we have now, you will see some major outlets do not have PMS. And these are people who have receiving points in Apapa, and they don't have products. So it's only NNPC that is importing, NNPC Limited, that is importing products now. So that is why, and of course, if just one company is servicing the entire Nigerian space of 200 million plus people and 1 million square kilometers, you know that is a difficult one. That's a very, very difficult one. So that's why we are seeing these shortages that we see these past few days. And of course, the hike in price. The hike in price. So that's our reality. That's our reality. We are going to pay. It's going to be inching, but it's not going to be from 200 to 500 and then to 600, but definitely the price will be inching up. You can be sure of that. By the time it is January, February, we're in full-blown winter. Believe you me, and the war going on in the Middle East, and then you add the Middle East is critical because Iran is involved. Iran can shut down the Strait of Hormuz. We saw this happen during the Arab-Israeli war in 1973. I hope we won't get to that point. Yeah, I hope we won't get to that point.
We hope, everybody's positive that we don't get to that point. But now, food is important, right? If you don't eat, there's no way you can concentrate.
Absolutely.
And
one of the 3 essentials of man.
Now, kerosene is expensive. You cannot really say that you have light to power your electric cooker. And now the next phase is using gas. You look at the headline from the Punch newspaper. Cooking gas scarcity hits Lagos, Katsina, others. Well, it's getting more expensive. Talking about gas. And some are already saying that maybe because of the compressed natural gas, the reason the cooking gas is getting more expensive. Now, I also thought, okay, with the way things are, now we are getting different cars using CNG, buses using CNG. How can we make sure that this does not affect the cooking gas?
You see, we have an abundance. The gas we have, the quantum of gas we have, is way more than the deposit of crude oil that we have. And don't forget, DPK, the one they call kerosene, AGO, the one they call diesel, and gas, the natural gas. There's the wet gas and all of that. So they are all derivatives. They are all derivatives of processes of extracting crude oil or derivatives of crude oil itself. It is a challenge of our harnessing our resources. In 1956, when Oloribiri, or they struck oil in Oloribiri, and they started extracting it, we have been flaring gas. Go to the south. When it rains, most times, what comes down is soot, and their roofs. Ask them, they have to replace their rooftops so often, and the destruction of the south. I don't know how many generations it will take for that destruction to be fixed. So we are not harnessing our resources. Don't forget the case that was just disposed of, the PRID case. It is one of these issues of gas. Nigeria was supposed to supply PRID with wet gas. It was best of intention. Nigeria did not supply PRID with gas. Neither the PRID put one pillar on ground to build the gas plant. If all of it, but it has been asserted, validated, that the failure of the IOC, that is International Oil Company, to harness our gas resources and deploying it, flaring to cause destruction, is as a result of compromise, subversive compromise by Nigerian officials of state that are supposed to protect our interests. So our failure in this area too is just the regular failure of the Nigerian state to harness the natural abundance of resources that we have. When I hear people say God will help us, I tell them God has more than helped us. He has given us all we require. It is just for us to harness it. It is failure to harness what God has blessed us with. So when the price keeps going up, it is a natural cause in the circumstances of our failure to harness our resources.
Okay, now let's look at another, burning issue here. I was, looking at a particular headline also coming from the Punch newspaper. I don't know if you've seen a cartoon here, from the Punch newspaper. The father changing the menu timetable, the rice menu. Monday jollof rice, Tuesday fried rice and beans, rice and stew, rice and fish, rice and chicken, jollof rice. Now that timetable has been crossed. Now the next table they have right now is the rice table, Eid Fitri, Christmas, Easter, Eid Kabri only. So a lot of people have been reacting to this. I mean, it's a cartoon. Are we not? This is November. I don't know how much you bought a bag of rice last. We feel, with the border, we are not really getting that story of, closing the border, opening the border, maybe things are getting better. Looking at the economy of Nigeria and how Nigerians will also survive going into December. What do you think Nigerian government can do in such a way that we don't get back to that age where the only time we eat rice will be for the festive season?
I think that I remember that rice used to be a delicacy, in quotes now. Eat rice on Sunday evening and all of that. And I think over 50,000 naira now per 50 kg. And honestly, we have to look inward. We have to, what you don't produce, what you don't grow, why are you eating it? I don't know what kind of a people we are. What you don't produce, you don't eat. What you don't grow, you don't eat. What you don't produce, you don't use. Why must we be using? Or do you know that some of the shoes that are produced in Aba, they put made in China, made in Brazil, and labeled it. In Oshodi, I remember before they cleared Oshodi, most of the trousers that they sell, made in China, made in Taiwan, they were produced in Oshodi. Most of them are still produced in Aba. But we are not a proud people. We are not proud of who we are. We have identity challenge. That is why we do what we do. If not for an identity challenge, why should I want to Why should I want to eat long grain? But this has been with us for a very long time. I remember we used to eat Uncle Ben's, all those long grains in parks like that. Believe you me, they say we're a resilient people. Are we resilient or docile? We go back to it. We say God, 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 God. They say we are a religious people without being godly. We do not have the fear of God. If we have the fear of God, those who are leading us behaving the way they are behaving. But I cannot blame them. What about the followership? So we are a challenged people. But at this time, individually, we are compelled. We are compelled to do things, to do the right thing. I call it living smart. You understand? I call it living smart. Everybody has got to learn to live smart. I have seen directors who drive, directors in government agencies who drive fuel guzzlers, who bought fuel guzzling automobiles. Yes, I know some of them bought it for good reason because of the roads, the bad roads, the state of roads in their environment. But now, the fuel guzzling machines, they cannot afford to fuel it. So they are living smart. You drive your car to work 3 times a week rather than 7 days a week. So we have to learn to live smart and plan for the future. And we have to plan. Yes, we are in an unstable environment in which it is very difficult to plan. Because if the price is 10 naira today, I will say go back home and start planning how to get that 10 naira. When you come back tomorrow, the price has shifted. So that is an unstable environment. Be that as it may, we got to plan and aim to achieve our objectives. It's an individual thing now. Okay. Don't rely on government.
Oh, all right. Let's move to the other side.
Okay, I have this particular story that's caught my attention on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. It says, collecting pension unlawful. Falana tells Akpabio others. What do you make out of this?
Well, you see, it is not only unlawful. If you are working, of course, Comrade Amola, you know this. You work in a government agency, and you are working in another government agency, even if you're on leave of absence or whatever, but for whatever reason, and you collect, income from those two sources. Of course, the consequences is very, very great. I think it is summary dismissal. These are guys that as well. It is even unlawful for you to serve us for only 8 years, and you want to collect pension for life. Those who work 35 years cannot collect, they are not getting their gratuity, neither are they getting pension. Yes, these people are shameless. You serve for 4 years, you collect pension for life, you get $1 million, you get 3 cars, you get aid, you get free hospital care for your family for serving for 4 years. I don't know those
But who put this in the Constitution? It's been there before they even got into the office.
It is not in the Constitution. It is the state assemblies that are doing it.
Oh, okay.
It is not in the Constitution.
Okay.
It is the state assemblies that are doing it. And of course, we know the state assemblies are mere rubber stamps of the government. It started from Lagos. A house in Abuja and a house in Lagos. You understand? That is what Tinubu got when he left office. And of course, a reckoning of staff to be paid for, and a motorcade of vehicles. After serving for 4 years to get all that, and Nigerians who spend their active life 35 years, they don't get their gratuity, they don't get their pension. I think Nigerians are docile. Honestly, we are damn too docile. It is high time that these people who are supposed to be representing us, is that the way we send them to go and represent us? Nigerians are docile. The people who are supposed to be representing us, they are not working in our interest.
Comrade.
That's why they can afford to buy. That's why they can afford to buy for themselves 160 million SUVs and tell us Nigerian roads are bad.
Comrade.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Apologies. Let me just jump in here. If you look at what Falana said, this is not the first. First time he's coming up, from this end. Remember, Serap also made the same statement months ago.
It's unlawful.
When former governor of Ogun State, that is Benga Daniel, told Dapo Abiodun to stop paying him his gratuity as an ex governor. I mean, there's this emolument, given to ex-governors. Now that he has become a National Assembly member, I think there's another member who also did the same thing, and they want others serving, being ex-governors, ex-this, ex-that, at the National Assembly, also in the cabinet of President Bola Tinubu, to stop collecting emoluments. But why is it so difficult for these people to also come out to the line of former governor of Ogun State, Gbenga Daniel? Why?
They don't need to toe that line. This is an issue of institution. They don't need to toe that line. It is not, they're not doing Nigeria or their state a favor. The moment that occurs, if we had institutions, if we had functional institutions, the institution will activate processes. The moment the man gets elected, the moment he's inaugurated as a senator, the institutions of that state, if they were functional, they would simply put processes in place and get that done. That is playing to the gallery. And we got the former governor has notified going to stop playing. What crap is that? What crap is that? He's Abiodun, he's Ogun State. There are institutions, establishments, the office of establishment in Ogun State. In every state is responsible for that. You understand? So all these things doing us a favor, it is criminal. It is not only unlawful, it is criminal. The comrade Damola should know that if you take salary from two government institutions, of course you'll be summarily dismissed.
Definitely.
That taking us for right. Definitely. In spite of all the things that they take and they say, it's not unlawful, it is criminal. It is criminal. So they're not doing us a favor at all.
Okay. All right.
It should be routine. That thing should be routine. It should be routine.
Okay.
But let's look at politics as we gradually wind up this discussion this morning. IGP redeploys more police commissioner for neutrality's sake. A lot of people raise different accusation on the commissioner right there in Imo State.
The commissioner of police.
Yes, the commissioner of police in Imo State. And if you look at that, look at what is also happening in Rivers State. But let us focus on this, most especially the off-cycle election. Today is the 6th day. We count down to the polls going down on Saturday. I mean, it is a normal process that there's always change in of God going to the election. But with what has happened in Imo State, maybe the IGP is more concerned with Imo State, but people are not talking about Kogi and Bayelsa.
When you remember Kogi, you remember Katakata. I've followed events around Kogi. Kogi is going to be really, really, really hot. You remember the re-election of the governor of Kogi State, and they were saying, if you hear and that's machine gun fire. We have had a president in this country say, call an election a do or die affair. You see, I don't even understand why, but I think we are just evolving. Within the United States that we emulate or want to copy, they didn't start where they are today. I want to believe that this is a journey. It's not an event. We are evolving. When we say universal adult suffrage, the United States itself did not start with universal adult suffrage. In fact, until the 20th century, so many people were unable to vote. In fact, in the beginning, the only people that were able to vote, you had to have property. You understand? So, it is a progressive thing. That is the only consolation that I have and hoping. Look at our political party structure. Look at how people govern us. A senior advocate told me last week that the president is our master. The governors are our masters. I said, the people we elected, how can they be our master? I said, they are our masters. So, America did not arrive at this junction by sudden flight. We are not going to arrive at this location of democracy by sudden flight. It is a journey. Our own journey can be faster than that of the United States because we have examples to learn from, either positively or negatively. The United States of over 300 years, 3 centuries, had somebody just 3.5 years ago trying to stop it on the system. But it was not Americans that stopped him. It was the institutions that the United States has built over the years that just stopped him. So that is why we need institutions. It's going to take time. No doubt about it. The police, what do you call the Nigeria police? They say it is Nigeria police force. There is no police. It is only in Nigeria you have a police force. Police services is what we have globally. I also believe, as a student of history and political science, that we are evolving. We're going to get there. We don't have parties. A critical ingredient in multi-party democracy. We have special purpose vehicles. So everybody is servicing him or herself, not the people, not Nigeria. People are servicing themselves.
Comrade, this is the last part. We want to link two stories together here. Look at what happened, the decision of the Supreme Court, bringing in Akpoti Uduaghan, as the Kogi Central Senator, right? Yeah. And her victory, she's a PDP candidate. Look at Ododo, who is the APC governorship candidate, being fielded by the outgoing governor, and Dino Melaye, because it's going to look like a two-horse race now in Kogi State. Let's just look at this. How will this pan out? Most especially with what Unwodo said in Vanguard.
You talk about
Comrade.
Akpoti Uduaghan. Well, yes. When you look at the crowd that received her, but that crowds are not measures of votes. Believe you me, they are from the central location, the central senatorial district. Believe you me, that woman is our victory in the Supreme Court, appellate court, is not going to have much impact regarding that gubernatorial election.
Why?
Kogi is a very complex state. When you talk of, the ethnicity and the factors that play out, Kogi is a very complex. And it is surprising that the man that APC is deploying, which is Yaya Bello, Ododo, that the two of them are from the same senatorial district. And apart from that, it is alleged that they are even relations in one way or the other. But that is the way the man wants to play his own succession game. Believe you me, I don't think this guy, Dino Melaye, has a chance that the Akpoti Uduaghan influence will help him clinch it. And that's the biggest of the senatorial districts in the Kogi state. And the two other senatorial districts, it's a very complex thing. It's a very complex thing. Nobody is going to win outrightly in the two other senatorial districts. The senatorial district where Dino Melaye comes from is going to be the battleground. And my feeling is that the APC, not even Ododo now, will win that election. That is my suspicion.
Okay. Now let's talk about winning elections. Now there is someone in the Vanguard newspaper that said that made a statement. He said, let me mention the name of the person first. He's a Dr. Okwese Lieze Unwodo, who is a former governor of Enugu State and also the founding national secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. He made a statement. He said, why Nigerians should kiss free, fair, and credible elections goodbye. And I want to quote his, he said it in an interview. He said, in his interview, he said, with the pronouncement of the Presidential Election Petition Court and the Supreme Court, it will be difficult to have free, fair, and credible elections in Nigeria because politicians will steal and kill to win and ask the loser to go to court. What do you make of this statement about him?
You see, Unwodo is a PDP member and he has come a very, very long way. And you want to put it politically, he has senator. And he knows what they did in those 16 years. So he knows what he's talking about. He's on the other side of the divide now. You remember Obasanjo said PDP was going to rule for 50 years. The biggest party in Africa and all of that. and we had a do or die election of 2007. When even the winner said he realized that the election that brought him into office was flawed. You understand? So, people should not stop talking that we should kiss the democracy goodbye. People, these are processes. You know, we didn't start out like this. Things are a little bit better now. You remember the days of, I witnessed it. I was in a motorcade of a government official, and they got out and went to snatch ballot boxes live. It was DSS officials that were snatching the boxes, not even dogs. I didn't read that on the pages of the newspaper. I saw it live. You go and snatch the ballot boxes now, you're wasting your energy. Those who snatch, what do they call the machine they use now? Beaver. You know they return there. In so many election poll locations. They return there because no use to that. And we are evolving. Look, the processes that we had in 2023, not perfect. Of course, it will be fine-tuned. Thank God, the Constitution has empowered INEC with certain power. The power to conduct elections, the power to organize, it is in the Constitution. So, the National Assembly cannot do anything about those powers, except they amend it. And if they try to amend it, of course, I'm sure Nigerians are not going to follow their hands. So, INEC has sweeping power under the Constitution. And they know they have a responsibility. From the days of Jega to the days of Mahmoud, I think there has been a movement, not motion, and they will do things to fine-tune it. You remember that they didn't want to allow electronic...
you have less than 1 minute for this call.
Comrade.
Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes. So all hope is not lost. We have a role to play, you and I, especially those of us in the media, to keep shouting at the people who purport to represent us in the National Assembly to do the right thing. It is very important.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Comrade, for your time this morning, and I hope we'll continue this discussion tomorrow morning.
My pleasure. God bless you. Have a fruitful week.
All right. Okay, so from this corner, we have to switch to the other side where we look at health this morning with Victory Richard, but after paying some bills. Well, AM Updates makes a return tomorrow morning. By 9 o'clock, we kick off Sport Show. My name is Ola Dakbo Kunubi.
And my name is Adi Damola Lafenwa. Good morning.
Are you a dedicated farmer involved in cultivation or livestock farming? Then we've got exciting news for you. Introducing Farm Link Up, your gateway to start selling your farm products faster and say goodbyes to spoiled farm produce. Farm Link Up is the largest online market platform for farmers in Africa and globally. Not only that, it connects buyers to fresh farm products at very affordable prices, and farmers can now sell their products faster. If you are a farmer that has in stock of essential equipment, crops, fertilizers, pesticides, and livestock, Farm Link Up is your